The only people who should vote in American elections are American citizens. There's no debate about it. Republicans do not thumb our noses at election integrity, for we understand that Americans deserve free, transparent, and fair elections. The SAVE Act presents us with an opportunity to add additional layers of protection to elections right here in our own country. It's an opportunity worthy of bipartisan support.
While this administration is busy putting our troops at risk, while our economy is crumbling because of Trump's erratic obsession with tariffs, while students are literally getting kidnapped off our streets by masked ICE agents because they wrote an op-ed that Donald Trump didn't agree with, what are my Republican colleagues doing? Are they focused on fixing things or making Americans' lives better in any way? Of course not. They are making it harder for women to vote, doing favors for their billionaire donors, and trying to undermine the Constitution by eroding the independence of an independent judiciary. The SAVE Act is a voter suppression bill. That's all it is. 69 million women who have married and taken their spouse's name do not have a birth certificate. Do not have a birth certificate they could easily use to register to vote if this bill were to become law. Nothing in this bill guarantees they could use marriage licenses and name change documents to prove their identity. Nothing in this bill says that. It's about taking away the right of women to vote, plain and simple. And let's not beat around the bush, and let me say this as clearly as possible. This administration is already a complete and total disaster. We've heard for years from the other side about the importance of safeguarding classified information and the need to use secure channels. And last week we found out that Trump's entire national security team is just casually planning military operations on unsecured group threads that anyone could have access to. In fact, the Pentagon said Signal, the app they used, is vulnerable to hacking by our adversaries. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, our Vice President, and the President's Chief of Staff, our CIA and NSA directors, all of them swapping classified battle plans like school kids sending memes. This is nuts. I mean, based on public comments, one of the participants in Signalgate had the text going to his unattended personal phone back at home because he was in Moscow. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. And let me just lay out for people, this isn't just stupid, it's dangerous. 30 minutes before planes took off, our top government officials were putting out onto the internet details about their mission. Who was listening? We have no idea. Russia was probably listening. China was probably listening. Iran was listening. I'm sure tapping unsecured phones of our national security advisors is one of their top priorities. Doing this might have given our enemies a chance to position anti-aircraft resources or given a heads up to the targets that they should leave where they are because U.S. planes are on the way. They put the entire mission in jeopardy, and they put the lives of our troops in danger. We also know that apparently this wasn't the first time classified information was sent via unofficial channels. The Wall Street Journal is reporting that National Security Advisor Mike Waltz created and hosted several other sensitive national security conversations on Signal, including separate threads on how to broker peace between Russia and Ukraine. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is not a game, and there's still so much that we don't know. We need a full investigation to understand the scope of damage done and if there are other national security communications happening on unsecured channels. Those responsible must be held accountable, and Hegseth should resign immediately. Immediately. We have two other measures here designed to make big banks even richer at the expense of working people. Again, you can't make this stuff up. With all the problems of the world, Republicans want to make it easier for your bank to charge you unfair fees. And then there's the so-called No Rogue Rulings Act. It's a blatant power grab to gut the courts. If a judge doesn't bow down to Trump or Republicans' extremist agenda, Republicans want to strip that judge's authority. That's nuts. If this were happening in another country, our State Department would condemn it. This regime is marching toward authoritarianism, trying to trample over the courts and undermine the rule of law. And we are absolutely not going to let that happen without a fight. Democrats want to lower costs, protect workers, expand health care, and invest in a future where everyone, not just rich Republican mega donors, can thrive. And we will not stand by while extremists try to dismantle our democracy and sell out working Americans. The American people deserve better, and we will keep fighting to make sure they get it. I yield back.